There is the goal. Diego Llorente posting it at the far post. Sadio Mane thought about his shot and goes for a shot, but Ugo Lloris able to gather. It's Alexander Arnold with the strike. Mane, Thiago, Luis Diaz. He's going to have a go. It's deflected and it's in. Redemption. A route back for Liverpool from Luis Diaz with the help of a touch on the way through. And now it's time to believe again for those inside Anfield.
This is crazy. United trying to hit back to great cross. Cavani save from Sanchez. What a save!
I'm very happy and contented to be retired. This is coming from one of the greats in boxing. You're welcome to Sports Spectacular, and my name is Simeon Uroh. I have a guest in the house, and when we return from this quick short break, I'll be letting you know who my guest is. Stay right there, we'll be right back. Welcome back from the break. You are still on to Sports Spectacular, your #1 sports show on TV. And yes, we are doing this on the studios of TNT Television. Like I told you before we went for that quick short break, that I have a guest in the house, and he's the regular face you know on this show, the one that always comes with his swag and everything, spicing up the show, making it look international. Of course we are international, and I have here with me the head coach of Lagos State cricket team. It's no other person than Ingran Jones. Ingran Jones, you're welcome to Sports.
Keep it to IJ. Let's just do IJ from now on. A little better IJ. That's IJ with a swag.
I saw it the last time you came to the show. I saw it on your t-shirt, your top, IJ. But let me tell you something. This is on a lighter note. You know when you say IJ, many people will think you are from the east, the eastern part of Nigeria. Yeah, they call them, the people that answer the names like Ijeoma. Okay. So in short form, they call them IJ.
Oh, wow. Really in the system now.
So IJ is in the house, IJ. But those my Eastern brother is no other person than Ingran Jones, not Ijeoma. Ingran Jones, the head coach of Lagos State cricket team. You're welcome to Sports Spectacular. How's it been?
Good.
And I must comment that you are looking so Lagosian.
You tell you something, I really like these tops and the attire, I love it. It's like, I've got about 4 or 5 of them at home, and I just love them. But obviously, I can't go to work in these, it's just not the right attire, but I just love them.
Yeah. So you're welcome to the stables of TNT Television again.
Thank you for welcoming me back.
Yeah. We were going to do this time around. We're doing this time around together, and I will just give the news quickly and we'll go into the topic of the day. You know, we love talking sport on the show, boxing, cricket, and the movement of cricket. I have a whole lot for you today. So viewers out there, stay right there, don't touch the dial as we go into the news in detail. And I'll be carrying my very good friend here, IJ, into the news and we'll talk more about it. Now we'll start off with basketball. The head coach of Nigeria's senior male basketball team, Michael Brown, is close to becoming the new coach of NBA side Sacramento Kings. Brown, who was also worked as the assistant of Golden State Warriors, is said to have reached an agreement with the Kings for a 4-year contract. So Ingram, you see what we are talking about? We are talking about cricket and now basketball. You see, Nigerian sports is improving by the day, looking at the quality they have. Looking at the quality, you see Super Eagles and the rest. You know, when we talk about Nigerian sport, the first thing that comes to every Nigerian is football and of course the Super Eagles. But look at what we have now, basketball, and the head coach of the national team is now the coach of Sacramento Kings right there in the NBA.
Well, congratulations to him first and foremost. The progression for any coach is important. And if you're not ambitious, how can you expect ambition from your players? So yeah, I think if a coach is putting the hard work in and he's getting the results, and he's got an opportunity to go elsewhere, and obviously he feels that he's done the best that he can for his team, then yeah, I wish him all the very best of moving forward. Progression is important for a coach.
Progression is important for a coach. So this brings me to my first question to you, even though I'm not supposed to start asking you questions, but let us just make a flow. Is the head coach right now of Sacramento Kings, talking about Mike Brown, and also the head coach of the Nigeria senior men basketball team. So how do we combine these together, the job? Like for example, you are the head coach of Lagos State cricket team. Does it mean that you can still take up another job? I hope it won't clash.
When you get to those levels, what can happen is that you've got like your captain and you've got senior players that can more or less take the sections like how you want the players to play, because you've worked with them so long, they've got an understanding how to play. So you can say, look after this, do that, and you've got an understanding with those players. So you can do those things and still deal with other things. Look, I'm working as head coach for Lagos State, but also I have responsibilities elsewhere within the state. And if you've got good coaches to back you up, you've got good coaches. So it's not just the head coach. You've got to give credit to that coaching team he's got as well. So yeah, the coaching team and the head coach and the players are all working as one, that one vision for success. So they would want to see their head coach obviously doing stuff with a drive, say, hey, this coach is not just doing well here, he's doing well here as well, and it's good for the players, their morale, they see an ambitious coach, and once players understand that their coach is ambitious and their coach is good, how it makes them as players want to excel as well. So I commend the coach once again.
Mike Brown.
Yeah, Mike Brown. I commend Mike Brown. I also commend the players and the coaching staff. It's key.
Wow. So congratulations to Mike Brown. You see, one thing I notice about this move and what I feel is that it will bring more Nigerians, basketball lovers, to even be following the NBA, especially when Sacramento Kings they are having a match. People want to follow it because they know the Nigerian basketball senior team coach is the one in charge of Sacramento Kings as well.
I'm not a big basketball fan, but just hearing that news alone has made me now want to see what he's going to do, or what he's doing because of that. So I'm excited. Mike Brown, I'm really excited for him.
So IJ is excited. Simeon Uroh from the Sports Soectular crew and also TNT Television, we are all excited about this very, very news. Moving on to the next news, and we'll cross over to the MPFL. Enugu Rangers boss Abdul Maikaba stated that his team won't concede the title push yet, despite being as many points as 13 behind Rivers United with 11 games to go, stressing that a run of positive results can change the narrative at any point and otherwise. So Abdul Maikaba is keeping everything on the low. Do you know that song by Burna Boy, say on the low? so that's what this coach is doing right now, keeping everything, taking away the pressure, because Enugu Rangers, they are second on the log in the Nigerian Professional Football League, and the team that is topping them, Rivers United, are topping them with a whooping 13 points.
Do I need to remind you of Newcastle United? Was it Newcastle United? And they were playing against Liverpool, and Newcastle had a lead in the Premiership, I believe, around 13 points, something like that, ahead, and then they lost. I think something like that, and they lost a series of games because they were starting to put under pressure, because the team in second started putting pressure on them. I think that was the year Man United won the league that year. I think, I could be wrong, but yeah, it must have been Manchester United. Man United won the league because Newcastle, they were in a position, they thought that they had the title wrapped up, and then bang, what happened? Man United came, they had the experience, and they overtook them at the end. So that it can happen. If their team get a good run, and the top team get complacent, it's still possible.
Still possible. Let's cross over to talking national team football, and Super Eagles first assistant coach Salisu Yusuf has released a list of 30 players for Mexico and Ecuador friendly games in the US. And now, one thing about this list is that 8 MPFL players are included in the squad. We'll be going for a very quick short break, and when we return, I will be letting you know who are the 8 MPFL players that has just been included in the 30-man list of the Super Eagles. Stay right there, we'll be right back. Welcome back from the break. You're still on to Sports Spectacular, and I have here with me IJ, the head coach of Lagos State cricket team and also a lover of boxing. So you are welcome again once again.
I love boxing, but I love football as well. I love my FIFA.
You love your FIFA?
Of course.
And you love your Arsenal?
No, I'm not playing Arsenal. They're doing alright. They're doing okay. They're doing alright.
Okay, before we went for that break, I told you that 8 MPFL players have just been included. They're listed. They've extended invitation to them to be part of the 30-man list that we'll be doing is slugging it out with our Mexican counterpart and also Ecuador right there in the United States of America. So I'm giving you the list of these 8 players that are included in the Super Eagles invitation squad. As we speak, goalkeeper Ojo Olonleke from Eyimba and also Victor Mbauma, the second highest goal scorer in the MPFL right now, is in the 30-man list. Ibrahim Buhari is also there. Ishaq Rafiu, the highest goal scorer in the MPFL, is also there. Adewale Adeyinka is also there. Isa Ali and also Babatunde Hafiz Nasiru is the last but not the least that made up the 8th man that will be representing the MPFL in the camp of the Super Eagles. You know, before Genetro got sacked, they were talking about him looking outside the country, looking abroad, talking about bringing players abroad. That's where we have Kevin Akpoguma, the likes of them coming, Maduka Okoye. We have Nigerians that are born overseas coming back to represent their fatherland, talking about Ademola Lookman and the rest. So they've been calling for his head that how can we not look into the MPFL? Is it that we don't have good players right here? And now the assistant coach that is talking about Salisu Yusuf has done what Genetro has not done for a very long time, bringing in 8 players from the MPFL. It's a good thing. Yeah.
I'm excited. I think that when you've got players that are homegrown, they show a hunger and desire and they want to get into the side. If you've got these guys that are playing in the Premiership, some may feel that they are bigger than life, and getting them into the squad, some may feel, well, I can play Premiership football. I'm getting paid this amount of money. I'm established. Who are you to tell me what to do? When you've got these guys that, you say no names, but they're not playing in the Premiership, they may have more hunger, more desire, and they might be more coachable, which means they might be better players fit in the squad than those players who are these superstar players in England or abroad. And they might fit better, the team may gel better, and you may just get a winning side out of it.
You might just get a winning side out of them. I remember the last Nations Cup that was won by late Stephen Keshi back in 2013. The only goal that was scored in that particular final between Nigeria and Burkina Faso was scored by an home-based player, talking about Sunday Mba. So this is what the home-based player can do to the national team. Now, how does it make you feel? How do you feel when you, being the head coach of Lagos State Cricket, and they are picking players that will represent the Nigerian cricket national team, and they pick some of your players? How does it make you feel?
There's a pride. Obviously, there's a pride that those players, being part of Lagos and now going to represent a national level. Why would you not want that? Because we talked about progression earlier, right? So I came from somewhere to be somewhere, right? So why would I not want my players to go on and establish themselves as players at the national level? Why not? I would, if they had the opportunity to play and get contracts abroad, to do that as well, to enhance their way of living. Why not? Why not?
But so IJ is still here giving us everything that you need to know from the coach angle and from every other aspect you need to know, talking about cricket, because we are relating this to cricket and every other sport. This is how we cross over to the international scene and we talk boxing, talking about that very fight between Canelo and Before. I'm not a fan of boxing, but I have you here with me, and just in one word, what will you say happened in that very fight?
What happened was the bigger, better, stronger, more technically sound fighter beat the guy that was smaller and not as good. It's just as simple as that. I've known Bivol for years, and I think he's a very good fighter, best light heavyweight in the world in my opinion, and Canelo just took on a bit too much. That's it. That's what happened.
Which means that Canelo failed to do his talking on the ring.
Yeah, and if they have a rematch, the same thing will happen again.
And I saw today on the news that he's already calling for a rematch.
Well, he's got no choice. He was really signed arrogantly to fight Gennady Golovkin in September. So now that fight's not going to happen. He's got to fight Bivol again. He's got Bivol problems because he can't get past the jab, and he's going to face the jab in a rematch with a guy in Bivol who's excited and knows he can beat him, so he's going to beat him again. So we'll wait and see.
It's going to beat him again. That's coming from lover of boxing and the head coach of Lagos State Cricket. We're going for a very quick short break, and when we return, we'll be entering into the final lap of the show. Don't move a muscle. We'll be right back. Welcome back from the break. You're still on to Sports Spectacular, and we are doing this on the stables of TNT television, and we're talking boxing, international boxing, before we went for that quick short break, and we are back at it again. And I want to talk about this very news. Mike Tyson will not face criminal charges after the former heavyweight champion was recorded in a video punching a fellow passenger on a plane at San Francisco International Airport last month. I understand this thing about boxers. I understand that they are not allowed to fight outside the ring, and so Mike Tyson doing this.
Did you see the video? It looked like a PR stunt, to be honest. If Mike Tyson really was going to hit that guy, he'd hit him with one punch and knocked him out cold. Yeah, it's Mike Tyson, the ferocious puncher. Mike Tyson threw about 8 punches like this, and I'm thinking, it looked more like a stunt. It looked like a stunt. I don't know what the guy had his hands touching Mike Tyson for. So yeah,
maybe that's the reason why they are not. He's not going to face any criminal charges.
No, I think he put his hands on Mike first, so Mike could say, I was defending myself, and I didn't punch him with my full force, because if I did, this guy might not be around today.
Wow. So you can get it to say, I didn't punch him with my full force. If I did, he will not be around. Maybe he will be in the ICU or something.
He will certainly won't be afterwards looking into the camera going, Mike Tyson hit me. So I thought it was all a bit of a publicity stunt.
Okay, so from one Tyson to another Tyson, talking about the Tyson you and I know very well. Talking about the WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury. I made this as an intro on the show today, talking about him. I'm very happy and contented to be retired. It's been a long time coming, and I'm so much enjoying